Holton Ahlers joins us on Pirate Radio Live as we get set for ECU Memphis. Heard Holton Caden talk about it on the Holton Ahlers show. We have been waiting for this one. We said if ECU could take care of business in these last three, we'd have another big one at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, and here we are. And not only have they taken care of business, Holt, the offense has really looked good these last 3 weeks.
Yeah, it looked really good. I mean, we're literally clicking on all cylinders right now, and it kind of seems like Memphis is doing the opposite. So it should be a good game, man. I'm really excited for it. Our one knock on the offense, at the beginning of the year was like rushing the football. There wasn't that many explosive plays. We're rushing the ball great right now, and I think that has a lot to do with it. Holton Ahlers playing great right now. JDB's dialing up some good plays. So, man, I'm pumped. It's a huge one Saturday. Let's go.
I said after the Tulane loss, all right, we'll win some games, and games we're favored against, and then play Memphis and lose at home. Maybe I was just being a Debbie Downer, but I just feel like anytime we've tried to take a step up, we have fallen. But I feel a little different now, maybe because we're the favorite in this game, and Blake Harrell has not lost as a favorite, and Memphis maybe is on the decline as we are on the incline. I don't know. I feel different this week than I thought I would heading into this game, but I really like the Pirates' chances. How about you?
I do as well, yeah. The line was a little shocking to me, but at the same time, I think a lot of it has to do with the way that we're playing, and Memphis isn't playing that great right now, and the quarterback's banged up. Like that is such a big question. Like if they lost to UAB, and a big portion of that was their quarterback getting hurt in that game, and the other kid coming in. So, I think I feel really good about it. I think it being at home is also huge. It being senior day. It's a big deal, obviously, for Pirate Nation. And Memphis, with that second loss in conference, is kind of like, I don't even know what they're hoping for. I know it's a long shot for us to even make the conference championship. We're hoping for a lot. I'm sure they are as well, but I don't think there's any chance there. So they're just trying to end their season with as many wins as possible, kind of spoil ours as well.
No doubt. That's a good point. It's almost like a bowl where, all right, who's motivated to play, who's got really something to play for. And I like ECU in that factor too. Talked about it with Jonah Dillon from the Commercial Appeal the other day, and he was kind of wondering about Memphis's motivations at this point, although he said until they're mathematically eliminated, they're going to play as if they have a chance for the conference championship. So both teams will have that going into this game. Holden, you mentioned Senior Day. I asked Rajay yesterday. I'll ask you, how much emotion was there, and when were you able to put that behind you kind of and just focus on the game? Like, did it linger into the game?
Yeah, we sucked on our senior day. We did not play good at all. Does that happen to just being senior day? I don't really know, honestly. Like our class, got a lot of honestly love leading up to that week because we were kind of the class who changed it in a way. Like we were the class who stayed the whole time. A lot of us were 5-year guys. So I think there was a lot of distraction, and there can be. I think this week, just being around social media and stuff, I think, the big goal was still the conference championship. So, it hasn't been as much about the seniors, individually, which obviously it is, but, the conference championship is a lot bigger than anything else, anyone else on that team. And anyone in the locker room will tell you that. So, I almost think, they don't have as much time to, cherish. I wouldn't say cherish is the right word, but, to get off track of just saying our goal is still ahead of us. And when you're a senior, you make sure that they have that.
I only saw one comment. I'm gonna not act like a lot of people are saying this, but it was on maybe Redact the Colors or something. But they saw players smoking cigars after the win or whatever, and we're like, is this it? Are they celebrating like this is the end of the year? Well, no, obviously not, because there is so much more to play for. Do you feel like, Holton, you kind of touched on it there, like you accomplished the going to a bowl, the turning the program around? Not that everything was done. You obviously wanted to win that last game, but was it almost like a sense of accomplishment even going into that game?
Yeah, yeah. For us, this team is totally different from their goals, and my team's goals should have been totally different.
Yeah.
Just because ECU hadn't been to a bowl in almost a decade when we got there. It was pretty close to it. It's our goal, our beginning goal is just get to a bowl game. And actually the cigar thing, I'll kind of talk about that some. We started that in 21. Am I freezing here, Clip? My screen keeps lagging. Am I lagging?
I think you're good.
in 21, we had 5 wins and we were traveling to Memphis, and me and a couple of the guys were like, you know what? Let's start a tradition where we have cigars when you make bowl eligibility. So we went to the local cigar shop, bought like 80 of them. They actually gave them to us for free. I don't know if NIL was a thing yet, but
Oh, wow.
yeah. So that was very clutch of them. But we started the tradition of when you get your 6th win, you have cigars in the locker room, and that's what it was. And we did it in 22, and then they did it last year, and then this year. So that's all that was. I think it's a pretty cool tradition to have. And it's cool to see it kind of living on now.
Awesome. A cool tradition that might get ECU put on probation since Holton just admitted to illegal gifts. No, I love that tradition. And in Major League Baseball, they pop champagne like 7 times. You clinch a playoff spot, a division, you win the wild card. Like, they're popping champagne every week. But, hey, have fun. You guys work your ass off. You might as well enjoy it and celebrate the accomplishments. Awesome interview on the Holton Ahlers show with one of my favorites, Marlon Gunn. He is the epitome of cool. He's just a cool dude. He's just fun to hear talk. I loved hearing him talk about you instead of doing the, all right, red 48, green 80, 320. You were just like, hey, Marlon, block somebody coming from this side. So that's Marlon as a freshman. Now he's helping guys out on the field, telling them where to be. When you were talking about that, Holt, I was curious, like, did you ever have that moment? Like, you're a study rat, a film rat, all that, but did you ever have a moment on the field where you're like, what am I supposed to do on this play?
Dude, honestly, like, I'm sure I did. I would say, though, and people don't want to hear that, my best X's and O's coach that I ever had offensively was Coach Mo. So he did a great job of actually getting me ready for games, especially when I was the starter. So I felt very, like, honestly, some of my most prepared, like, by coaching staff would be those early years or that first year with Coach Mo. And I think a lot of that has to do, one, with me not starting. Like, as much as I wanted to start game 1 and play game 1, like, I didn't. And then I didn't really start till like game 5. So I had those weeks to kind of learn it. So I feel like when I got in there, I was pretty prepared. But, I mean, I'm sure at some point in my career, in the NFL for sure. I mean, that happens a lot in the NFL because the plays are 15 sentences long. But in college, I don't know, honestly, if I did. I'm saying that now. I probably had some terrible games where I should act like I didn't know what I was doing, but I did. But, yeah.
Rajay said that there was one point early in his career you might have got banged up, left for a play. But he said that there were like a couple of plays where he called the plays. Like, you had him call the plays. Do you know what I'm talking about? He told me to ask you about that.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. It was Houston in 21. I got like knocked out. I literally got knocked out. It was a late hit. It was a targeting call. We ran like a bootleg to the left. It was the night we played. It's like 12 o'clock at night because the game got played. It was a bootleg to the left, and their number 0 just absolutely hammered, like crushed my head after I threw the ball and my head hit the ground. I got knocked out cold. And I remember like waking up, and since Avery Jones was hitting me on the chest, he's like, "You good, bro? You good?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "The trainers are on the way. Tell them it's your back. We need you, man." So I'm like, "Oh, my back hurts." And the trainers are like, there's no way. This is your back. But like, they're like, "Tell us the truth. Is it your back?" I was like, "Yeah, it's my back. I promise." So we go in there, and they're checking my back the whole time, and I'm like, dude, I'm down so bad. But we're still on offense because they reviewed it, so there was a little time in between. So I end up, I'm like, all right, I'm good. Run out of the tent, somehow get cleared, trick them thinking it's my back, and then I have to miss a play, and then I go back in. Donnie hasn't called a quarterback run all year. First play, he calls quarterback power. But I didn't even know. So I was cross-eyed. Like, I couldn't see long distance. Like, I was a little cross-eyed. So I'm like, Rajay, I can't see the signals. You got to tell me. You got to tell me and the offense to play. Like, you got to tell the offensive line to play. And I'm sitting there waiting for Rajay to tell me. It was called like 26Q, which is 26 is the counter, and then Q meant I was running it. He was like, 26Q, 26Q. I was like, there's no way he just called a quarterback power. I got knocked out a play before. So yes, that's that story on that, and I'm sure he called a couple more after that, but that was like, I will always remember that. Which I don't know how I remember it, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah, that's awesome and also scary, and kind of shows you why the NFL especially has the safety tent and all that stuff because it's hard to. It's almost hard to blame teams at times because you guys are doing everything you can to stay on the field because you don't want to lose your spot. You don't want to lose your job if you're in the NFL. You don't want to lose your money and your livelihood. So there's a lot of deceiving that goes on, right, Holt, to try to stay in games, to try to stay on the field.
Yeah, you do what you can. And like, look, 2021 was the year that we were trying to become bowl eligible. I don't know if we were at that point or not. But like that year was like the year we led up to. It was like, all right, I've been here 3 or 4 years now. Like I can't miss, because if you get concussion, you miss the next game too. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, this game is so valuable, but so is the next game. Like if I go out here, like everything I've worked for could leave because I got knocked out in a game. Like I just can't do it. So you got to do what you can. And
it really shows how cerebral Avery Jones is too, right? Immediately saying, hey, go to the back, Holt. Go to the back.
Yeah, because the back was real messed up that year as well. So, that was quick thinking on his part because I was not thinking at all.
Crazy stuff. Holton Ahlers joining us here. ECU Memphis coming up. Great edition of the Holton Ahlers Show with Marlon Gunn. Holt, Knicks update. How the Knicks doing?
They're doing good. Last night we lost. I think we're 7-4 now. Offense looks good. We lost on a back-to-back, so it's not that worrisome to me. But feel good about them. Our offense looks really good. We got a new coach, so man, feel good.
Mike Brown back again, like he never left. What you got, Jarrett?
You going to the Knicks Hornets game Thanksgiving week?
I was thinking about that. I think it's November 26th ish.
I think it's that Wednesday.
Yeah. I don't know. Are you going, J-Bone?
I kind of want to.
Okay. Well, maybe
I found a ticket for like $18.
Okay. All right. I'll have to.
Holton's not sitting in $18 tickets, Jarrett. You might. Holton's not.
To see the Knicks, I will spend some money, but I got on the Charlotte Hornets, their sales team for season tickets. He calls me like once a week, and he knows I'm a Knicks fan. He's like, "Hey, the Knicks are coming soon." I'm like, "Dude, I'm not buying season tickets to see them."
Hey, shout out to that guy though. He's working hard.
Yeah.
Calling Holton Ahlers for like 4 games a year or whatever. All right. Let's see. Holt, anything? The college football playoff rankings came out Tuesday. My question Monday was, who's going to be number 12? Is it going to be South Florida or James Madison? And it is still the proposed American champion, South Florida. But it looks like the Dukes have really put themselves in the mix here. Do you think there's still a chance for them to make the playoff, or is it going to be that American champion?
Yeah, I would say there's a chance because they're ranked. I mean, I don't think they've really played anyone that good, and I think the American is definitely stronger. But yeah, there is an instance where that happens, and I think that is like ECU fans don't want to hear it. But do you put let's say ECU wins out and they get the conference championship and win? Do you put a 3-loss American team in, or do you put a 1 or 0-loss JMU team in? And that's what looking forward is like, okay, that would be a great thing to like for us to even talk about as media guys, and like, and as fans, it's exciting to be in that situation. But how bad would that suck if we go win the American and still don't get in? So I think we should, if we went out and somehow get in the championship and win, I think the American should have an auto bid, but also understand JMU has a conversation about that.
I kind of resigned myself to the fact that it's going to be South Florida and North Texas, but I saw somebody this week say, hey, I think Rice clips North Texas kind of out of the blue. I mean, and why not? I mean, it's been a crazy year of college football. It's not like these American teams are elite. They're good, but any one of them can trip up. So I'm still holding out a little hope that there's going to be some crazy stuff happening down these final few weeks.
Yeah, I think you kind of hit it on the head. There's like 5 teams still going for that American championship, but none of them are like unbeatable. Like they're not like we've talked about before, Cincinnati when they were on a 30-game win streak, UCF when they were on a 20-something game win streak, they hadn't lost in years. Like that's not the teams that are here. South Florida is very, very good. They're beatable. Like I think any of the teams at the top of ECU played, it'd be within a 5-point spread, and I feel very good about that one way or the other. So yeah, I mean, I think the American in general is still up for grabs, and that's what's so exciting, as ECU fans.
We have had a streak of easy fifth quarters. I think this one's going to be busy one way or the other. Going to be a Pirate fans celebrating, or we won't talk about the other side of it, but going to be a fun fifth quarter Saturday night with Holton Ahlers, K. Norman. Holt, we'll see you there, man. And also make sure you check out the Holton Ahlers Show. Great chat with Marlon Gunn. You can watch that on YouTube. Appreciate you joining us today, Holt.
Yes, sir. See y'all.